Now, I already made a video similar to this one, but I kind of want to remake it because, to me, I kind of left out one part that I kind of want to include in this one. I'm not too big on video essays since I kind of have, well, 2.5 things really to talk about. Or, well, 2 things, because there's only really going to be 2 segments of this video. Plus, this is a video I've been wanting to remake for a while. So, fuck it. Here's why I don't like video essays. I don't know why, but video essayists decide to basically make their videos longer than the fucking Snyder Cut, and it's honestly ridiculous to me. To me, do you really need like 8 hours to shit on High Guardian Spice when most people could probably do that within maybe 20 minutes tops? Like, that one's a real example, by the way. Like, back when High Guardian Spice was on everyone's hate watch list, this one guy decided to make an 8-hour-long video on it, and I'm like, dude, do you really need 8 whole hours to talk about why you don't like this show? And most of the defenses I see from video essay fans when defending the length of these videos is,
oh, well, you're telling me you can watch a 2-hour-long movie but not this video essay?
or something like,
Oh, well, I guess you skip cutscenes in games, huh? I don't skip my cutscenes even if they're lame as shit.
first of all, who really cares if anyone's skipping cutscenes, just as long as you're not skipping super important ones and then calling the story garbage. And also, at least with a movie, there's a story I could follow. The story isn't just some guy nitpicking everything in an 8-hour-long video on why, I don't know, Velma or High Guardian Spice is a terrible show. And plus, again, like I said earlier, do you really need all that time to explain why you think something is garbage when someone could do it in less time than you can and probably get more views? It all just comes down to time and how you use it, and quite frankly, not a lot of people really intend to use the time wisely. They would rather yap and nitpick all day than actually provide criticism, and sadly, a lot of video essays are like this, which leads me to my next point. Not only are there a lot of oversaturation with video essays, but they don't really provide that good of criticism, and most of the time, if you've seen one video essay, you've basically seen them all.
We sure did. We found you too.
The thing is with video essays is that they feel very oversaturated in a sense that there's not really much originality within them, let alone creativity. Plus, if you've seen one of them, you've basically seen them all. It's like there's a certain criteria that every one of these video essays must follow, or else, you know, for some reason, the video essay gods will come smite them down for some reason. Oh look, the title is overly sensationalized and so is the thumbnail. You got that. You also have the reviewer that's a complete cynic and says nothing positive about the thing at hand. You got that. It goes on for like hours long, and not to mention they just completely nitpick instead of actually providing decent or genuine criticism. And not to mention the completely bold statement that they'll never elaborate on. Oh, and the over-exaggeration. You can't have an internet critic without over-exaggeration, can you? See, one yin-yang of the internet is that basically it provides everyone with a voice, but sadly not everyone really deserves that voice, and they're going to say something stupid as shit, especially when it comes down to the realm of shows, movies, or any form of media for that matter. You know, it's fine if the reviewer in question didn't like the new Sonic game or didn't like the new Spider-Man movie, but to say that either one is a disgrace to their form of media, to anything all around, it's basically just over-exaggeration without substance. It's just over-exaggerating for the sake of over-exaggerating. I think the worst parts of these videos is either A, when they lie and they're like, oh, well, I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it, but in their review, they just decide to shit on it as if they really hated it. Like, what's the point of making a negative review if you didn't like it, but you didn't hate it, and you were just kind of neutral on the movie? Oh, I get it, you just wanted to shit on it for views. Okay, then. Or B, they just point out something that the average viewer would easily overlook and then say that it's completely bad because of this one thing that the average viewer would overlook. Every piece of media has minor flaws, no matter what it is. There's no such thing as perfect. I know the average Gen Z person is angrily typing away at their keyboard or probably eating their own fingers at the thought of, you know, perfection just being a concept. Again, everything has minor flaws, but to try and over-exaggerate those minor flaws into something big honestly makes you look like a terrible critic. If a movie has, like, I don't know, 6 good elements and maybe 2 slightly bad elements, you can't use the 2 slightly bad elements to outweigh the 6 good elements. And I know they don't do this mainly because they kind of just want to get away with being like, oh, well, I told them to think of their own opinions, but in reality, they just kind of want you to follow theirs. All I'm really saying is play the game for yourself or watch the movie for yourself and determine if you really like it, you don't like it, or you just find it okay at best. And also, again, form your own opinions. But hey, everyone, when it comes down to that, just wants to be a mind-numbing idiot that's like, oh, you have to like it or you have to hate it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The modern world is basically trying to get rid of this concept of the gray area where you just find it okay at best or you just think it's decent. You have to either like it completely or completely dislike it, and either way, people are gonna think you're stupid. In conclusion, video essayists, stop making your videos longer than fucking Snyder cuts, and also encourage your audience to think for themselves. And maybe come back with a few better criticisms, please? No? Okay, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.